Declutter part 2. So I've got 2 Lalique perfumes that I'm getting rid of, and I've also got some celeb perfumes and then another little random one. So Amethyst Eclat I never liked from the first time I got it. This was another blind buy because I was buying all of the Amethyst to compare. Really love the box. Eclat is obviously supposed to be the light one that's really good for summer. I really love this bottle. I love all of these bottles, but I think there's maybe something about the transparency of this one that I really appreciate. Just absolutely love the Amethyst bottles. I think they're stunning. A bit blinding in this light, but very beautiful. So Amethyst Eclat. This is like the berries from Amethyst, without the woodiness, without the what's it called, without quite so much of that soapy musk. It's still musky. There's still something kind of, well, I mean, it's very soapy. In fact, the reason I'm getting rid of this is because although I was like, oh, this might be nice to wear in warmer weather, I'll test it out. From the cap, yeah, it's okay. But it's so shampooey. It's incredibly shampooey. It's got the kind of similar sharp stroke bit of sweetness that's in the original Amethyst. But man, this one, I never really got on with it. It was always too shampooey and screechy for me. I can't wear very shampooey perfumes. So this one just, sadly, not for me. Eclat, that one. I love the original, absolutely love it, and I will keep that one forever because I didn't like that very much when I first got it, and then I just got, the more I wore it, the more obsessed I got with it, and I much prefer it in cold weather, and I think that made a difference. Okay, the other Lalique, and I'm very, very sad about this, is Exquise. So this is Amethyst Exquise. You can see another exquisite bottle. This is kind of like, I don't think it comes off, but it's sort of glittery. Man, this sucks. I'm gonna have to spray this one out. Oh my goodness, I mean, look at this bottle. Beautiful. It's opaque and metallic on the outside, and then the front is transparent so you can see the liquid in it. Oh my god. And it's got a slight, I think it's like rose gold inside to give it this amazing colour. Either that or it's silver inside. I can't really tell because I haven't used enough. It might be silver inside and then just has this kind of coloured perfume. Let's have a spray. Oh, absolutely love this bottle. I'm so glad that I actually like Amethyst because otherwise I'd be in trouble. I think this is gorgeous. I find it sexy. There's something about it that reminds me of Poison. I find this one sexy because I think it has a almost filthy musk in it. In fact, it doesn't list musk, but it lists orchid. And some orchids are incredibly musky smelling. So I mean, it's possible they just didn't say that there's musk in this. But equally, it could just be the orchid. It's incredibly heady to me, this one. The problem that I have here is when I tried it again, I really got that kind of synthetic smelling, kind of tar-like smell that I always thought was like a synthetic wood. And now I actually think could be some kind of musk that just smells burnt rubber, creosote, tar. It's got that kind of smell to me. Other people can't necessarily smell it, but it's what I get in every single Lattafa perfume, every single Zara perfume. Just generally, it's a very popular ingredient, clearly, because it's in so many perfumes nowadays. And it's in this one. And as soon as I noticed it, I cannot wear this now. I just can't wear it. That note drives me insane. The same way that Ambroxan does. Man, that's such a shame. It's so nice. It's really pretty. I'm very, very sad to get rid of Amethyst Exquise because I thought that was going to be one of my evening sexy perfumes, but I tell you what, I can't wear it. It's a real shame. Oh dear. So, speaking of Ambroxan, okay, This is Jill Sander Softly, and this is the Eau de Petals. I sadly got rid of the box of this because when I first got it, I was absolutely sure. I was like, it's a soft, gentle rose and cherry blossom scent that has a sort of bit of a body lotion smell about it. And I was so excited because in cold weather, that cherry blossom came forward and it smelled really natural, really pretty. It was really, really nice. And then when I tried it again in warmer weather, I got like the same base that I get with the original Softly, which is quite sweet, very body lotion like, definitely has vanilla in it. And then that started to throw me, and then I just realised that there was something in it that was kind of sharp for me, a bit screechy. And I now recognise that as being ambroxan, because every perfume I've ever bought that has ambroxan in it, I always have had to sell, or I'm going to sell, and I just can't comfortably wear. And it's a shame because this is so pretty. What I will say is the only kind of joy of this is that I have, what's it called? I think it's called Miss Vanderbilt. I think it's the Miss Vanderbilt. I got that relatively recently. I haven't actually showed that on my channel yet. Well, by the time I actually put this one up, I might have done. That is a sweet, slightly powdery floral, which has a slight body lotiony kind of smell to it. And it actually reminded me when I first got it of this, but there isn't ambroxan in that. It's an older perfume. And I just, that one, I'm going to kind of test that one out to see if it gives me the same feeling as this, because if it does, then I will probably keep that, knowing that I've got rid of this one. So yeah, I'm sad to get rid of it because it's beautiful. But to be honest, a lot of the Jill Sanders DNA does not work for me. There is a specific DNA that I also have found in Lacoste perfumes, that they all kind of have this specific smell, and they all smell a little bit body lotiony. There's always just that element of smelling like some kind of body care, more than a perfume. And sometimes I just really don't like that. Sometimes it makes me uncomfortable to wear a perfume that kind of smells like lotion or smells like my conditioner or something. And this one and the original Softly smells exactly like a conditioner I've got. So yeah, that one, as you can see, like, it's still pretty full. I haven't really used much of this. It's just beautiful, but not on my skin, sadly. So then we have two SJPs, and when I did my SJP, I did say I would be getting rid of these, and I'm sticking to my guns because this is SJP NYC. This is another one that I have a rollerball of. I don't love this. I like it a lot, but I don't love it, and I really don't love how big the storage of this bottle is. I don't like the way this, I mean, I quite like the way that it twists on and off, but it's just a really, really basic bottle in here. So, I mean, it's pretty. It definitely is. It's super fun. Let's have a quick squirt. Wild strawberry and rum. It's really pretty, but is it exciting? Is it something that I'm going to reach for? Am I going to, if I want to wear a Fruity Shampoo perfume, am I going to reach for this over The Key by Justin Bieber? Definitely not. Am I going to reach for it over my Ralph Lauren Ralph Love? No, I'm not going to do that because I like the Candy Floss and Rose in that one. I love it in terms, well, when I smell it, I'm like, oh, it's so fruity and lush. But I'm just not that excited by it. I very rarely want to wear it, and if I do want to wear it on odd occasions, I have a rollerball that I can use. So I'm just saying goodbye to it, and it's a bit sad, but it's just, I've got to be properly cutthroat at the moment with the declutters I'm doing, just because they are, like I said, I just don't have space. So the other SJP is another NYC, and it's Pure Crush. So, you know, same applies. I don't really get the urge to wear it if I'm going to wear something that gives me a sort of creamy coconut vibe, because for some reason, to me, Katy Perry's Indie smells like coconut cream. So that's what I'm going to wear. It lasts way longer. It's much stronger. This is very similar to the original Crush, but this one's a little bit more like coconut water, and there's way more white florals and vanilla in this. It's very vanilla-y. So the original Crush is much more like coconut cream with a hint of white florals, and it's not massively vanilla-y. This is coconut water, very vanilla-y and way more white florals, which is why I find this one a bit more difficult to wear. I show you the bottle, but it's the same situation. Another one that you twist open. Now this one, I think they might all be discontinued, to be honest, but this one in particular is harder to find than the original Crush, and definitely harder to find than SJP NYC original. So I'm sure there's people who love this. I'd rather they have it than me. I'm not wearing it. It's super pretty. It's really pretty, but it's not one that I'm going to reach for over any of my other perfumes, to be honest, especially not because you really need to wear that in summer. So the last of this batch is LA Glow by Jennifer Lopez. You might have just noticed that this jumped. It's because I had to change it because it was just... Oh, look, there's a picture on the back of the actual bottle. Okay, that looks very cheap. This is the bottle. I really like this bottle. You can never see this very well in my video, but this is like a beautiful... purple colour at the bottom, like a beautiful very blue purple at the bottom, and then it kind of moves through deeper purple into ombre, a sort of pinky purple, and you get this absolutely horrible ring thing with it that's supposed to go on the top, but I was never going to put that on. I tried this a few times and I can't really get on with it. It's a little bit too soapy for me. It's like, again, maybe more body lotion-y. It smells so much like Miami Glow, except with berries in. It's like Miami Glow, but with different fruits. So it's very much got that kind of original Glow vibe to it. Sort of soapy, body lotion-y kind of smell, but maybe not full shampoo. I decluttered... or I'm going to. Actually, it's a good point. I don't know where I've put it. Wherever it is, I'm decluttering Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears because I thought I'd try this one instead. That one is basically like an edible blueberry muffin topped with, like, encrusted with sugar on the top. That's how it smells when you first spray it, and then it just fully turns into a shampoo, and I find that one really difficult to wear. It was, again, just taking up space. I did wear it last winter for one day. I had it on when I was in a car, and I found it very cloying, and I can't do it. This one I've tried a few times and it's okay. It kind of reminds me of Lalique Eclat. It's got that kind of sharp berries, that kind of then shampooy, soapy vibe. But this one's a bit more kind of creamy at the same time, so it's a bit more like body lotion. I have, since I bought a perfume that smells quite similar to both of them but is less shampooy, so I can get the berries. It's Agatha Ruiz de la Prada, and it's the newest version of Love Love Love. It comes in a opaque deep berry kind of pink heart-shaped bottle. That one gives me what I wanted from this and Eclat, but without going into full kind of soapy or lotion realm. It just kind of retains a bit more of the berry without too much of the shampoo or whatever. So I thought that, I should just get rid of this one as well. So yeah, that's part 2, and I've got another one to do. I mean, as you can see, I've actually got things I'm planning to declutter that I don't even know where they are at the moment. So there will be a third part of this, and then at some point in the future there'll just be more when I do my next big declutter and I find where I've stashed everything else I don't want to keep.